I said ayo. I said ayo. I said ayo. One man army against 50, bro. I stand on 50. Time out.
Used to be scared of feeling.
In other words,
The Cowboys haven't beat a team above 500. They beat a team right at 500.
But no, it's hard. It's hard because then they wouldn't even play in the college championship. Hey, forget all that. Hey,
It's the whole year, and it ain't about fantasy, it's about the facts. No, that's not the thing. That is not the thing. You never. We just went viral for the wrong reasons again. Do you realize it all comes back to fraud?
You was trying to see how we feel about that situation? Nah,
And Blake Hall.
I said ayo.
Yo.
Yes, sir, man. Yes, sir, man. It's the first week of June, man. It's time to get it popping, man. We got a lot going on, man. It's Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, the peace of God is surrounding you, brothers. We got a big week ahead, man. It's time to kick things in gear. We got some boo-boo green on the screen already, man. That boy
Who's your team?
That boy said, "Who's your team?" Because it's not
The
them.
Carolina Eagles. The Carolina Eagles.
Listen at him. Man, Saquon Barkley is going to be on the cover of Madden 26. EA is going back to back with the Madden and the college football. They got bro hurling on the cover. It's tough. Was that like the single best football highlight y'all have seen? The Saquon hurdle?
No.
In my life? No.
Not at all. No. Not even last season.
No.
Not even last season?
Not even last season.
I'm not even thinking of the NFL. Respectfully.
What play was better than that last season?
What plays are y'all talking about?
Kadero Hodge beating.
Oh my gosh, bro! Oh brother, this guy stinks.
Yeah, you're sick for that.
How about you?
Sick for that.
Listen about game on the line, and he took it off.
You talking about the overtime game against the Bucks?
A wide receiver 5.
Hey, Preston, what's the real answer you got?
The greatest highlight I've ever seen.
No, last year.
Last year. We all lost to Jaden in the clutch.
I ain't gonna lie, that Hail Mary was pretty sick.
Hail Mary for sure.
Like I actually thought we won the game, and I got so frustrated at like bro, everything about that play, like that ruined the season. Like we didn't win. I don't think we won. Like we went on like an 8-game losing streak after that.
Y'all was fighting a ghost the rest of the season.
Y'all were former seller yourselves after that game. But I understand.
Like it was sick, bro. That might be it, NFL wise.
That was a crazy play, man. But yeah, Saquon is on the cover of Madden 26. Y'all think the Eagles are bound to repeat back to back?
No.
They got a high chance.
They have a high chance, yes. But I don't see them repeating. It's too much firepower, too many arsenals, too many weapons coming out of the NFC this new year. I feel like
name some of those weapons.
It's a little structure. I feel like it's a lot more structure in a couple of teams that needed it from last year as well. Chicago, Washington as well. Washington added Debo to their roster. Chicago stockpiling the way they did in the draft and in free agency. Ryan Poles, I'm not gonna lie, Ryan Poles actually did what he was supposed to do. But I'm not gonna talk us up like that. Carolina, especially. I ain't gonna lie. After the draft, I couldn't lie. Carolina had a pretty good draft, enough for me to say they have potential to at least win 10 games. I don't know about winning the division, but 10 games.
10 games? Are you shell?
I feel like I know my division well enough to know who gonna do it and who gonna not, man.
I'm gonna be honest. Who's gonna have the worst team on this podcast right now is the loudest person, and that's you, Brando. You're gonna have the worst team this year.
No, it's not.
Yes.
No, it is
Out
not.
of us four,
Listen, I'm at least being
Absolutely
realistic.
not.
I don't ever give Carolina.
We play all of y'all. We play all of y'all.
Bro, y'all don't play us this year.
Well, we play Bears and Panthers.
Yeah.
Back to back. That's 2-0. Appreciate you. What are you talking about?
Nah, I don't know. I don't know.
What are you talking about?
I don't know if it's 2-0, but I think Dak is a better quarterback than people like to give him credit for.
Oh,
but the roster is pretty slow.
yeah.
I think
the roster's slow.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know what Dak recovery going on currently, but it's not enough faith for me to put anything in the Cowboys. I actually see if Joe Milton was the start, I see Joe Milton take you out further than Dak would this season.
Oh my!
Okay.
And that's an overstatement. I'm
Man,
overstating myself. I'm overstating myself.
Nah, you getting clipped.
Last time he was healthy,
everything you said. We're gonna cut off everything you said after once you start to say overstating, we're gonna cut that out. He's gonna loop it. I think Joe Milton. And we don't have to work another day in our life. We
bro, you're shell, bro.
Shout out to Joe Milton.
That boy fell in love with the Instagram reels, bro. Get him out of here, man.
I like Joe Milton when he was in Tennessee.
That's your cousin.
That 1 year. Not that 1 year. Nah, not at all.
How is Joe Milton any different from Anthony Richardson?
That's a great question.
Exactly. That's ridiculous to say that. That's very ridiculous to say that.
I honestly think no, it's not really ridiculous to say in my opinion. I feel like Joe Milton at least got to benefit sitting, even though he was drafted with another top quarterback in the draft.
Who did he sit behind?
Drake May, Jacoby Brissett.
Oh, right. He learned a lot from Drake May.
Both rookies.
Get out of here, bro. That's crazy, bro.
Okay, with that logic, do you feel like since Dylan Gabriel got drafted first, Shador can't he not gonna learn nothing either?
Bro, he's not the starter.
From Dylan Gabriel?
He's not the quarterback. No,
but I'm applying it with rookies.
But I'm saying
first year, second years, it don't matter.
It doesn't make any sense because he still got Joe Flacco and a touchy subject.
Overall, my point of saying Joe Milton over Dak was just to say, honestly, I was just really saying it to say it honestly. Dak,
this nigga,
he get hurt again. Nah, if Dak get hurt again, I think it's wraps with him and Jerry World. I think Joe Milton, he's going to take y'all up. The arm, if Schottenheimer can open up his arm in the offense, everything else is going to lay out right. I can't speak for the rushing attack. I can't speak for how y'all wide receiver room going to react. However, the fact that y'all got George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb, y'all been asking for a wide receiver 2 the past few years. I don't know how many years. Y'all could have had a prominent wide receiver 2 the year y'all drafted Jalen Tolbert. But he decided to go another way, and that's cool. Jonathan Mingo not going to get the job done, and I don't even know he's still a Cowboy. So, George Pickens, we know what George Pickens can do. We know what CeeDee Lamb can do. I think that elevates y'all no matter what quarterback y'all have, especially his experience. However, I feel like the arm that Joe Milton has is going to elevate y'all.
That's what they said. Okay, it's not ridiculous to say that. When you put it like that, it makes a lot of sense. But the way you started off, absolutely crazy. Because that's how Dak got his job. Tony Romo got hurt, broke his collarbone. Kellen Moore got hurt, and Dak got the fill-in.
The job is going to fall in Joe Milton's hands. That's my point. Okay, I should have said that initially. That was my point.
That's too late. It doesn't matter. You already said what you said.
I'm going to stand 10 toes. Person, I'm going to stand tall on it. I'm going to stand tall on it. Shout out to Joe Milton.
You said it.
You get the start. You gonna go crazy for the Cowboys.
Tony Romo got his job. Drew Bledsoe got hurt. So I mean, it's not ridiculous to say that. However, Dak Prescott.
That's how Tom Brady got his job too.
Last time he was healthy, he finished second place in MVP voting. So I don't see Joe Milton reaching that level. But hey, I would love to be wrong. You know, so that's
all those quarterbacks y'all name had experience in college. Joe Milton does not. Who else didn't have?
Same like Anthony Richardson, very raw quarterbacks, very raw talent quarterbacks. but big body quarterbacks. But it's funny you say that. You know, what other quarterbacks do you feel like, or do y'all feel like could potentially lose their job this season?
Lose their job.
I'll start off.
Any quarterback that start off for Oakland, anybody can go.
You think who's Geno gonna lose? Oh, Geno drafted. They drafted Jalen Miller, right? No.
Seattle drafted Miller.
Seahawks did. Never mind.
I think Russell Wilson is a name if he's the starting quarterback.
To who? Jameis Winston?
Jackson Dart. They traded up for him.
Whoever starts in Cleveland, they can go.
I think
he is looking. Yeah, the way they're trying to play it out. Yeah. But if Shadur's starting, you think he still loses his job midway through the season?
Wait, say that.
It depends on what position they put him in. Cleveland got to put him in the right position. They put him in a bad place, he could lose his spot. Yeah, it's gonna give it a bad look.
I think Cleveland will be playing QB shuffle this season, regardless. Unless they get somebody come out there and play like CJ Stroud did his rookie year, I think they're going to be playing quarterback shuffle. Just because you see the intentionality behind their actions this offseason. You know, they're being indecisive in this offseason. I feel like that's going to bleed into the season as well. So Cleveland will have multiple starting quarterbacks. New York Giants. Who else is the name?
The Indianapolis Colts is going to bench whoever starts for them for the season, and they're going to go back and forth benching each other.
Anthony Richardson probably losing his spot.
Daniel Jones and Anthony Richardson both are trash. Like, they're equally yoked. I don't even understand that QB room right there. So we're probably going to see a QB shuffle there as well because they are the same players.
Oh. We got an easy toss-up. Obviously, whoever the backup in Miami, they're going to get a shot at play.
Quinn Ewers. I was thinking of that just now.
Yeah,
you saying because Tua gets hurt, or you saying Tua just loses his job? He gets benched.
Tua loses his.
I don't think Tua.
Nah.
It's gonna be because of pass protection if Tua loses his job. I don't see Tua selling that job willingly.
I just said his mental health.
Not today, bro.
No, is that not a part of mental health?
This men's mental health, man.
That's not a part of. We're not talking mental health. We're talking Tua. We're talking mental. All right. That's crazy, bro. All right.
Quinn Ewers. So I didn't even peep. Quinn Ewers got drafted in Miami. I mean, injury aside, I don't think Tua gets benched. But we know he does have a history.
Steelers don't have a quarterback.
Are they going to get Aaron Rodgers or not?
Who knows?
Right now, Mason Rudolph is QB1. Do we think Will Howard gets a shot or?
Absolutely.
Okay.
We're going to send a package deal to Pittsburgh, Kirk Cousins and Kyle Pitts for whatever y'all got in y'all closet at this point.
I think that's Pittsburgh's best bet at this point, though, honestly, is to go trade for.
He said in the closet. It's also another time a month, too. Don't talk about
Oh, my gosh. Nah. Stop it. Stop.
Eric, bro.
He's on.
Be careful what's behind that closet. Surprise.
No Abe Lincoln. He's on one, bro. Yo. I said, hey, yo, man.
Hey,
I think Pittsburgh, I think they should shift their focus from Aaron Rodgers at this point. I think Kirk Cousins does go somewhere to play. I think Pittsburgh is like the only option though, because you would have to trade for him. So I think there's not many teams who have win now mentality with quarterback need. I think Jalen Milroe gets some PT this year. Over Sam Darnold?
Not over Sam Darnold. No. But I do.
Sam like Sam Darnold.
I do think they probably run like pistol formations or like run options to get Milroe the ball to utilize his legs at least.
So
we believe in Sam Darnold on this podcast.
Wait, who's his wide receiver one?
Cooper Kupp.
And then Jigba number 2 right now.
That's
I forgot who 3 is.
2 slot receivers. So I don't know who's I don't know how that's gonna work out for their offense, but we'll see.
Yeah. Jalen Monroe getting drafted before Shadur Sanders
surprised me, and I'm a Bama fan.
Yeah, that's a felony. So
That's a felony. I agree.
Who knows what's going to happen? But I definitely think Shador is going to find his way in the starting position. And if he doesn't find his way in the starting position, Joe Flacco is going to have a redemption year because there's not going to be any other quarterback in there.
No, exactly.
Y'all don't think Dylan Gabriel gets a shot?
I think Dylan Gabriel sucks.
Yeah, doesn't.
He's the all-time college football touchdown leader. What are you saying?
How many didn't he have 9 years of college eligibility?
Like 5, 6.
It was like
I was
6, 7.
Yeah, you know what I mean, being like that's like being 17 in 8th grade. Of course,
honestly, I believe Gabriel should have been utilized in a team that fit with a quarterback that's already his size. Like he would be a great backup for Kyler Murray in Arizona. He would be a great backup for Kyler Murray. He'd be a great backup for Bryce Young. But they don't need him.
He pulled up to the
Nah.
grade social on dubs.
Nah.
Pulling up with the baddest from the west side. Hey, you need a rock?
Go.
That's crazy. 17 grade.
Go. Let them cook. Let them cook. So we got what? We up to what? We got Giants, Browns, Steelers, Miami.
And who's the starting quarterback for the Saints at the moment?
And somebody said Dallas. I mean, whatever.
Who's the starting quarterback for the Saints right now?
Tyler.
Probably Spencer Rattler.
Mm.
So yeah, the Saints too.
Saints.
No, because you're not starting that trash that's behind him.
Spencer Rattler hasn't been good since Netflix.
He played all right last year. He played straight last year.
He was cool.
He was decent.
Yeah.
I think Kellen Moore get him right.
Yeah.
Round.
I hope.
Why are we glazing over? I mean, we mentioned Kirk Cousins. Why are we glazing over the Falcons? I mean, Michael Penix going to take that much of a leap to where his job is safe?
I don't think you have somebody behind him that you're like, we see the future in you, so they'll give him a whole year.
Yeah, because our QB3 is Easton Stick. Easton Stick not getting in, bro.
What?
You know, Easton Stick is.
Hell no.
That's Georgia boy, right?
He
no.
Stick went to what school? Stick went to Washington State, Eastern Washington, either way. He was North Dakota State. That's what it was. He was Justin Herbert backup for a minute. So
yeah, he's almost 30. So get out of here.
Exactly.
I mean, Kirk is there. If Michael Penix going there,
we drafted Calvin Ridley at 25. I don't care.
And look how that happened. Bad bull. He didn't have a bad
season any of the seasons. He just had terrible mental health.
He did.
No, he just had poor decisions.
Yeah, that too.
He was committing a crime. I don't even think in Atlanta gambling was legal.
We know dog fighting ain't shit. Like that.
I can't do it today. I will not make it through that. we trying to protect a reputation.
Let's see. What we got what? Hold on. New York, Cleveland. New York, Cleveland. Saints. Who else we said?
Colts.
You think the Vikings you think McCarthy keep his spot?
Oh yeah, let's throw Vikings in there too.
Who's behind?
I don't even know who their backup is.
JJ.
Yeah, who's behind them?
Who's their backup?
Only good JJs I know is one out Greenbrier Mall.
Go.
Only one.
Sam Howell?
But
Sam Howell.
I think Sam Howell.
Yeah, he could be out of there.
Sam Howell did play decent before, they had a second overall. What you mean? for the first 10 weeks. He was leading the league, top 2.
Yeah, somehow it was different.
Yeah,
he was a poor man's Brett Favre. Poor man's Jameis Winston.
Over.
Did you say a poor man? Are you talking
poor
about
man's Jameis Winston? I'm not even gonna do that.
Bro, he's a poor man.
Sam Howell is Mitch Trubisky, but drafted in the right round.
What's that?
No, not even.
What did he say?
That boy got triggered.
You got to be kidding me, bro.
That boy got PTSD.
You can't be serious. You can't be serious. You think Sam Howell and Mitchell Trubisky are on the same level?
Sam Howell's better.
Yeah.
No, he's a football player. Mitchell Trubisky should be washing dishes at McDonald's. Fries in the bag.
Hey, wait, he won y'all MVP.
Exactly. He got them 12-4. Got them to the
playoffs. 12-4.
Nickelodeon's valuable player.
Do you know we kicked 5? You know we kicked 4 field goals and attempted to kick 5 in the double doink game. We didn't score 1 time.
Yeah, I remember.
Oh, bro.
Fair pressing. Have y'all been good since Mitchell Trubisky?
Exactly. No.
Well, historically speaking, y'all don't have a 5,000-yard passer.
4,000.
Yeah,
4,000. That makes it worse.
He's also a part of that history. What are we talking about? It's not like he's excluded from that history. He sucks.
He sucks.
I'm taking Cutler, Justin Campbell. I'm taking Caleb Williams, Justin Fields over Mitchell Trubisky right now. Mike Glennon.
Jay Cutler was a dog, though, so I ain't.
Josh McCown.
No, he wasn't.
Jay Cutler was a dog.
Jay Cutler was different, bro. Chill.
He was until and had his days. I guess I'm going.
He just didn't care.
Cigarette. They put a cigarette in his mouth every time he's got on the bench, bro.
I don't want to say it, but he was definitely something else.
Nah, that's so. There you have it, man. You got. I said it, yo, man. We setting the line. It's over under 6.5 QB benches next season. You know what I'm saying? Place your lines while it's hot. Y'all seen any OTA? Y'all seen OTA highlights? You know what I'm saying? Travis Hunter looking real. As we said, he's looking a lot cleaner on the defense side of the ball.
100%.
Crazy pick play, crazy interception. Is he gonna win both offensive rookie of the year and defensive rookie of the year?
Absolutely not.
Is he gonna win one of them?
He has the opportunity to win defense.
He has the opportunity to win offense.
Offense? You said offense?
Yeah.
But not defense.
He could be defensively. I think his
Hold up. Who is your favorite to win defensive rookie of the year?
Me?
Yeah, it's Tay Gilgis.
I said his name earlier. Jalen Walker.
Who did he get drafted to?
Falcons.
The Falcons.
This guy, I can't take it today.
But no, I said for as far as Atlanta's perspective goes, I'll say this. I think I only say that out of the chances, the fact that we have 2 first-round defensive players and our entire draft was defense in the first place. I think out of all of them, Jalen Walker has the higher chance to do so since he's going to start outright. Jace Pierce is coming off the bench. But whatchamacallit? Travis Hunter, I think he has the opportunity to win Defensive Rookie of the Year. It's just as Jacksonville going to take that next step in their secondary because he is their secondary currently other than Tyson Campbell. Tyson Campbell was hurt last year.
I mean, that's good. More opportunity.
But however, the opportunity to run out wide opposite Brian Thomas Jr., Parker Washington, and who else coming out that backfield out of the wide receiver room, out of the offense. Period. Trevor Lawrence, and then you have Trevor Lawrence throwing on the ball. So I think his chances are higher there to at least crack 1,000, especially crack 1,000. Brian Thomas Jr., we seen what he did last year. Nobody gave Jacksonville a chance.
It's a fair take. I don't agree with your replacement as Jalen Walker, but
it's more. No, it's more. Personally, I think it's the 5 in my head. Jahad Campbell has a chance. Jalen Walker,
a linebacker,
Abdul Carter. Surprisingly, I think Giants defensive line take that next step.
they're already there.
Yeah, it gets deeper than that now. And then it's Malachi Starks and Emmett Ward.
I'll tell you this. I got Abdul Carter only because he's playing on the opposite side of Brian Burns. Wait, hold on. Time out.
And Thibodeau.
Hold on.
Playing
Is he
Thibodeau.
even going to start?
I just thought about that. He ain't even going to start.
Yeah, is he going to start?
Yeah, is he going to play?
Yeah.
Blitz packages. He definitely come out blitz packages. If
And
he
that's not enough reps to win Defensive Player of the Year as a rookie. So
not if he leads rookies though.
Let me take him off. Let me get Travis Hunter, of course. Let me get Jalen Green because he's on a great defense. Give me players that's on a great defense.
You talking Mike Green?
Mike Green. Oh, I said Jalen. My bad.
Mike
Yes.
Green.
Mike Green.
Yeah.
Give me Mike Green because he's on a great defense.
Yeah.
Give me. I want to agree with you with Campbell, but it's like when the last time a rookie linebacker won.
I think his chances. I mean,
Smith, but I could be reaching.
It's possible. It's possible. Does he? The real question right now, what Campbell is, can he outperform the Kobe Dean and take his spot? Because they re-signed Zach Bond.
Give me Grant.
Bond.
Give me Grant. Give me Will Johnson. Gotta throw that in there.
I thought of Will Johnson. I thought I was reaching.
Will Johnson. Honestly,
I felt like one of y'all was gonna say I was reaching. I said Will Johnson.
Give me 4. I don't need 5 for defense. Give me the 4. I'm good with that.
You don't think Malachi Starks? You don't think Malachi Starks? If you don't like Mike Green, you like Starks?
It's hard for him to win Defensive Player of the Year when you got a crash out right next to you. That's going to be
Hamilton.
Yeah, I'm about to say, is Mike Green even going to be the best defensive rookie on his team?
I say yes because he's gonna get to that quarterback. The only reason I don't got Shark, no, did I say his name wrong?
Starks.
The only reason why I don't have Starks is because he's playing next to like a certified All-Pro headhunter. Like
Mike Green is not starting on the depth chart right now.
Yeah, that's right now. That's not.
He shouldn't start. He shouldn't. I don't think he's starting now.
Yeah, it's
not yet.
Season yet.
Is that not why he just discredited James Pierce's chance of winning Rookie of the Year?
That's why he did it. I didn't do that. I don't care what he did.
Respect.
Yeah.
I did do that.
That's why we didn't bring up Abdul Carter, though.
Yeah, that's why you took off Abdul Carter, though.
No, because Abdul Carter literally has like solidified.
The Giants are going to get
players
him on
in front
that
of him.
field. Starter.
I think they got to trade Thibodeau or Burns. One of them getting traded, honestly.
I don't think they're trading neither one of them.
Mm-mm. Not
they did too much. They did too much for Brian Burns. They gave away too much for Burns.
Yeah,
they drafted Tibb, top 10?
But he's coming up on contract year, so you might as well.
But he's earning it. He's earning it.
If I was them, I put him in position.
Pass rush wise, I can't say he all around.
If I was New York, I give him.
Hold on. Abdul Carter is number 1 on the depth chart ahead of Thibodeau, actually.
Yeah, Thibodeau quiet, bro.
Did Thibodeau just have a double sack season?
No, sir. Never.
I could have sworn he did.
5.5.
Never in his life.
He's trash.
What he had a year before that? He had like double digits the year before. I thought he had double digits.
He did have 11.5 last year.
Yeah, like
it's his 3rd year.
Yeah.
But it's 4th year, so trash.
Honestly, if
I don't think that's trash. The whole team
I'll
is trash.
scheme him up so he could get double-digit sacks and then get his trade value up and then trade him. That's what I do. Scheme him up, get him out of there.
It's like who? Yeah, I think somebody would invest in Thibodeau. I seen the 49ers just traded for Bryce Huff from the Eagles. Eagles is thinning out their depth as well. Like I said, it's all about usage with Travis Hunter. But if he goes out there and plays both sides of the ball, I think he has a better chance at winning Defensive Rookie of the Year. I think Ashton Jeanty is kind of primed to win that Offensive Rookie of the Year.
He's my number 1. Yeah.
Pete Carroll, he might be traumatized from the whole Marshawn Lynch thing. Is probably just going to feed Ashton Jeanty. And Chip Kelly's going. Chip Kelly. I don't know, bro, because Chip Kelly was questionable in Ohio State last year with all those weapons. So I don't know how he's going to translate back into the NFL. But I do think Ashton Dempsey probably would be the favorite to win that Offensive Rookie of the Year. Y'all got any other sleepers in that one?
Give me
here. Cam Ward.
Cam Ward.
Quarterback, obviously.
If he turned Tennessee around like that,
he's not really a receiver, but I think he's going to perform. I think he's going to have stats similar to CJ Stroud, respectfully.
CJ Stroud went like 9-7, 10-6, made the playoffs. Cam Ward's not doing that.
Yeah,
he can't.
All right,
he can in his division.
No, he might win like 3-4 games.
We were just discussing one of their top rivals, division rivals, and how trash their quarterback room is.
No,
he could beat Indianapolis. He has a chance to beat Jacksonville. He could get his get back against Houston because Houston's really the blueprint of the AFC South currently.
The only problem with Cam Ward, bro, his weapons are senior citizens.
That's what I would say. Like his division is trash, but his team is trash too.
Yeah, his weapons are senior citizens.
Titans is still probably the worst team in that division.
Okay.
You got a 40-year-old dude from Atlanta, Ridley. You got a 40-year-old Ridley. You got a 40-year-old Tyler Lockett. I mean,
trash.
And then
they got
your backup.
They also drafted Xavier Restrepo, 4.69. Cam wanted him there. Elick Ayomanor from Stanford, the wide receiver from Stanford, who was giving Travis Hunter work in that
was the best game of his life and never did anything outside of that.
Yeah.
And buddy from Florida, Chimere Dyke. I think Chimere DK, I don't know his last name.
Depth chart.
Odds out. The odd men out on that depth chart is Treylon Burks and what's the other dude's name?
He made
Van Jefferson.
I forgot the other dude's name.
Van Jefferson.
Did Van Jefferson win the Super Bowl with
the Rams?
With Aaron Rodgers?
Calvin really won a Super Bowl.
Then
Calvin really didn't win a Super Bowl.
Not won a Super Bowl.
He wasn't even in that Super Bowl.
I'm sorry, not won a Super Bowl. He had 1,000 yards with Will Levis.
He did. What exactly? That's why I didn't even call Ridley out. We know Ridley's gonna be there for sure. Tyler Lockett is he's gonna get in them soft spots and ball the way he do, regardless.
Also, can anybody name me another player? Can anybody name me another player from Miami?
Like the University of Miami?
Like University?
When Cam Ward was there.
Elijah Arroyo, Damian Martinez.
Yeah. Damian Martinez.
Yeah.
The running back.
He's with the Seahawks.
Sorry.
Yeah, he in Seattle, and then Arroyo.
First round top 3 was Damian Martinez a top 3 pick? I mean, top 3rd round pick?
No.
Nah.
No. So it was a lot of 93-man guys because Xavier Restrepo got signed as a free agent.
Yeah.
He wasn't drafted.
So
the team that we saw in Miami was basically Cam Ward. So although the levels might be different, I think Cam Ward's impact is bigger than just throwing football. I think he probably is going to make the players better around him.
All the more reason why Tennessee they could be that dark horse team that just turned that Jaden Daniels Commanders team.
It's
still in the AFC. In the AFC,
it's still 2 sides.
No, we have invested too much in the Tennessee Titans, bro. They suck.
Yeah,
I'm not giving them the division, but
their division is trash.
That's trash. I think the Colts got too many They got too many Ferraris in that offense. Terrible drivers. Might be going crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, Indianapolis has a waste of. They're gonna waste so many sports cars in that offensive locker room. With A.D. Mitchell, Michael Pittman, Tyler Warren. Now you also got Jonathan Taylor, Alec Pierce, Josh Downs. Too many people to throw to for Anthony Richardson or Daniel Jones to flourish. This is probably the most weapons either one of them has seen. Anthony Richardson had all these weapons last year. It was trash. So I think Daniel Jones might leapfrog him if he can. Trash. Daniel Jones sucks.
Daniel Jones never had weapons like this.
Exactly.
Daniel Jones played with Saquon.
He took Giants 10 and 6 1 year? 1 year out of all them trash years?
Saquon
Daniel Jones did that?
Saquon did that, honestly. Yeah.
Come on, yo. Like,
true.
We're literally looking at a Madden cover.
So he has Jonathan Taylor. He ain't gonna do two stacks. Jonathan Taylor ain't getting 2 stacks, but he can power the offense. And Daniel Jones just make the right throws. That's at least one thing Jones got over Richardson right now.
Daniel Jones will be benched by game 9. He sucks.
But he ain't even starting.
He has a job.
He ain't even start.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I think the best bet to challenge Genty in the offensive rookie of the year is honestly T-Mac.
I know he's gonna say
T-Mac was one of my choices.
Nobody said T-Mac. Like
T-Mac was one of my choices. I didn't get to it though.
I think Bryce Young is. Y'all just said it. Y'all talking about who's gonna be trash. Obviously, y'all think Bryce Young and him is gonna do something. I think he is gonna take a step. We seen Bryce Young last year. Every game he's won of his career has been because of him. He had to clutch up a drive or something like that. So I think Bryce Young can take a step. T-Mac getting league at last year, bumping him down to wide receiver 2, having T-Mac there. And I think Thielen's still there. He can mentor the receiver room. But T-Mac is definitely in position to be wide receiver 1 in potential, I'm not going to say potent offense, but decent offense. So everybody else, you know what I'm saying, is going to be, I feel like they have handicaps as far as the rookies. Like I would say Omarion Hampton, but we've seen Jim Harbaugh likes to run a 2 running back system. And they just picked up Najee Harris this year. Ibuka, he has a good position. But, however, Chris Godwin's going to come back from injury. Mike Evans, so that receiver room is crowded. Luther Burden, that's a crowded receiver room. Tyler Warman, don't have a quarterback. So I'm looking at the rookies, and I'm thinking to challenge Genty, like I said, because he's going to be primed for a big role. I think T-Mac is probably going to be the best option to challenge him for that rookie of the year.
I feel like you overlooking your own team, bro. Not the Cowboys. Bro, my dark horse is one of the 2 running backs from Ohio State. You got Henderson going to the Patriots. They going to need him. He's going to be a backup. But still. And then you got Judkins with the Browns.
Yeah.
My 2 dark horses.
Yeah. I just don't believe in their offenses. I believe in Carolina offense more than I believe in the Browns offense and Patriots offense. So that's
I mean,
that's why I would lean towards T-Mac.
But that's also why I would lean more towards those teams, because I feel like when in doubt, run it out.
Okay.
My 2 dark horse offensive rookies. One was drafted high, and another wasn't. Actually, neither one of them was drafted high. I'm tripping. RJ Harvey with the Broncos. Kyle Williams with the Patriots.
I don't even know who these people are. I'm not even gonna lie.
You don't know who now one of these people are?
Kyle Williams. No, I know who RJ Harvey is, buddy from UCF. But
yeah.
Who's Kyle Williams?
Kyle Williams. You can look at Kyle. You can see Kyle Williams' OTA tape right now. Kyle Williams is at Washington State. He was a wide receiver for Washington State. He was with Cam Ward at Wazoo last year, 2 years ago.
Stephon Diggs runs that wide receiver room. I don't think.
And who do you think?
Room for anybody else to shine in that receiver room.
Kyle Williams.
No.
No. Kyle Williams is up there.
Stephon Diggs out there calling ISOs, man. I don't think nobody else is going to get any shine in New England.
But have you paid attention to their OTAs? Have you listened to their coaches? Right now, other than Diggs, everybody in that wide receiver room is fighting to move up in the depth chart. That goes with Jalen Polk. Jalen Polk, I think, is most likely to get traded or cut from the team compared to who's there. Javon Baker out of UCF last year, Jalen Polk out of Washington. They drafted Kyle Williams from Washington State this year, and he was a gem from the start. Just watch his tape. You can sit here and do all that laughing that I don't know him. I know what I'm talking about. Kyle Williams is one of the ones.
No, I don't know. I
That's
can't say you.
like I said,
Okay.
but
I don't
listen,
know.
just watch his tape, bro. He had a
He's
great
wearing number
combine.
37 in OTAs. So unless you're Sean Alexander, good luck.
yeah, that's a
But
crazy pull. Stephon Diggs showing that he can play against cover 1, cover 2, cover 3. So when in doubt, throw it his route.
Deep.
We call round on that because we got big news this week, man. Tomorrow, the NBA Finals are kicking off between the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Indiana Pacers. Did anybody expect the finals to look like this year?
But
How
both
did we
I
get
did.
here? How did we get here?
I did.
This man.
Brandon, I remember. Nah, bro. I was telling D earlier, bro. I remember telling you and D'Angelo in October when the season started. OKC's going to the dance this year. Both y'all suck y'all teeth at me, bro. And it's cool. And this is before y'all found out y'all had Luka as well.
Make noise, Preston. Mm-hmm.
He said, I think you said like conference championship or something like that.
I said conference champ. I said we was going to the conference finals. That's what it was. But I also said we was going to the dance. I said we're gonna win the dance. We're gonna win the conference finals in like 6 and go to the finals. I thought it was gonna be Thunder Cavs or Thunder Celtics.
Honestly, if you don't live within the city limits of Gary, Indiana, you did not expect them boys to go to the finals, bro.
Indiana's crazy pull. I mean, it's a common theme amongst playoff teams. Healthiest team wins around this time of the year, and Indiana, they faced the Dameless Bucks.
They played a healthy Celtics team until the last second.
No, that was the Knicks.
Shaky Cavs.
Yeah, Cavs. They was missing more than half of their lineup for a couple of games. And then you play a New York Knicks team who just let go of Tom Thibodeau. We can get there later. But the New York Knicks team, who plays their players 40 minutes plus. Yeah. So healthy team wins around this time of the year. That's how it goes. But let's get into the predictions, how we got here, all of that. You had the Pacers beating the Knicks in 6, Thunder beating the Timberwolves in 5, if I'm not mistaken. How's the momentum going into the finals? I believe OKC higher seed, so they will have home court advantage. What's the momentum looking like going into the finals? We're gonna have to have some very difficult conversations once this finals is over, regardless of which way they go.
1,000%. Wait, Brandon, I'm glad you mentioned that. Preston, Eric, I want y'all to know in the future, if I'm ever on the pod, if OKC wins this championship ring right here, you're going to hear me and I'll say it to y'all face. Shea will leapfrog Luka. Shea will leapfrog damn near every point guard in the league that's last name is not Curry. And he'll have a top 10 all-time greatest championship ring in history.
Oh, and that right there, like, bro, you're not even from Oklahoma, but like,
what?
It's clear.
You're good in the hood,
man.
You're good in the hood.
It's clear you're a fan, bro, because there's no way you're saying stuff like that, bro.
No,
saying like that.
I ain't gonna lie. I can
a couple points were made.
The leapfrog. I can respect the leapfrog other point guards. I can respect that. But when you said
top 10
rings, top 10 rings all time, are we sure?
Yeah.
You like off the he is Shell. Okay, he's hot right now. Okay.
Can you tell me? Do you know the last player to do everything that Shazier just did? Now add a ring to it.
Doesn't matter.
The last player to win an MVP and a championship and Finals MVP in the same year. The last person to do that was O'Neal in '99, bro.
No, Curry.
It was LeBron.
Curry just did it.
Curry did not.
2015. Yes, he did. Oh.
Iguodala got that one.
No.
You said Finals MVP too.
It was LeBron.
Yeah. What makes you think Shea's gonna win Finals MVP?
Now that's a great question, Brandon. However, Shea averaged like 33 against the Pacers this season. He's gonna put 30 up most of the season. I don't see. I agree, and I watched my team demolish all the contenders of the playoffs. So
Yeah.
your point is, I didn't. And listen, after seeing OKC beat the Nuggets, I knew we could beat anybody else after that because that Nuggets series was probably the shakiest one out of every.
For sure, that was the best team y'all played.
The best team we played.
Was it though? They didn't even have a coach.
Yeah.
7 years.
I didn't ask them to fire Mike Malone.
I'm not saying that takes credit away from the Thunder. I'm just saying I don't think the road to the championship is as tough as team.
Yeah.
Y'all injured Ja. Shout out.
We didn't injure Ja. Ja was hurt for the play.
Shout out Lou Dort for
injured Ja.
No, shout out Lou Dort for injuring Ja.
All I can say is if you can't take the heat, get out of the kitchen, bro.
Nah, because y'all can't sit here and say Zaza injured Kawhi and then not pull the card for Lou Dort and Ja. It's the same.
Bro, Dort didn't do that. No, he didn't. They said Dort hurt Ja's hip. I watched Zaza put his foot out under Kawhi leg. It was on TV.
Grizzlies No Morant is basically the Grizzlies from Vancouver. Doesn't count. Doesn't count.
Yeah. The top 10 ring all time was very egregious, but I do agree. Like Eric said, I do agree with him leapfrogging him in the point guards. Because I mean, has Shea leapfrogged Luka? I mean, Luka don't got an MVP.
Luka don't have MVP. He leapfrogged Luka when he got MVP, in my opinion. And he's also a better two-way guard than Luka is. He has a scoring title. He also went first team All NBA. And went back-to-back number one before the age of what? How old is Luka? Luka our age. Just say our age too.
He was born in what he said. I was born in 1990. Wait, we named top point guards last week. Did we list SGA?
No, because nobody had this conversation until he got.
Because he didn't have
any top point guards. We named point guards we would take before
Haliburton.
Oh, Haliburton. Yeah. No, it's one debated. No, there's one point guard outside Curry that I will stick my neck to debate because he's still in the league and knowing like I have a hard time putting Shea over Kyrie.
What?
I can't do that.
What the?
It's been
all the hold on. You just named all of the reasons that you would take Shea over Kyrie. And Luka has a better resume than Kyrie.
No, he doesn't.
Are you nuts?
No, he doesn't.
He got more first teams.
Outside of this, we all seen that 2016 championship, bro. Let me know when Luka hits.
I literally just said a shot
like that for all the marbles.
Bron Coattail.
I get that chip until he hit that three.
I mean, Steve Kerr hit shots for Jordan. You don't remember Steve Kerr for those rings.
Okay.
You don't. You literally don't.
I don't know, bro.
You really don't.
No. How you know that? You wasn't at that. You wasn't watching the finals in them times, bro. We heard about it from
shots.
We heard about it from OGs after the fact. I watched the last
point guard hit the buzzer for the team. That sounds like Kyrie to me.
Did BJ Armstrong hit some shit too? So what's Steve Kerr got to do about it?
But tell me, other than he's a rookie of the year and a shot. Tell me what else Kyrie has under his resume besides the fact that he's a Hebrew Israelite. Tell me. Go ahead and tell me. Because I'm sick of this nostalgia stuff.
That's why it's a coin flip and it's a toss in the sky to me, bro.
Kyrie and
however, you can talk. Listen, we can talk numbers, period. But we all see Kyrie game, bro. Every man looks into his eyes and know, bro. Even Kyrie played defense, nigga.
No, this keeping 100. You're not a fan of the Slovakian sauce. That's what you're not a fan of.
I've been a fan of Luka since he was 17 years old, coming out of
And there's no way you're saying you're taking Kyrie over Luka. No way. There's no way you're saying that. Because Kyrie cannot facilitate no offense.
I'll say this.
Nico said it.
I'll say this. No. I don't see Luka being the face of the league nor an MVP of the league until he becomes a two-way player.
Kyrie has never been in the MVP conversation. And yet, you're debating Shea over Kyrie. Kyrie's never been first team all.
Hey, bro, I'm not even
year.
No, Preston, you didn't even process my explanation earlier.
I did.
I'm not putting numbers. I can't. It's hard to put numbers on Kyrie. You just know ball about Kyrie. Bro.
What?
We know ball about Kyrie.
No. This is why I'm tweaking because you named every statistical category of what Shea had over Luka Doncic. The fact that he won an MVP. Kyrie doesn't have one. The fact that he got first team All-NBA this year. Luka has more All-NBAs than Shea, but because Shea won this year, you're taking Shea over Luka, and Kyrie doesn't have an All-NBA either. You also said he's a two-way player.
This isn't Shea's first All-NBA either. So it's not his
last time I checked, Kyrie's not guarding no. Kyrie never guarded no Steph. Are you nuts? Are you nuts? He never guarded Steph in any of those finals matchups. But yeah, you're saying that Luka's defense is so bad. That's why you're taking another reason you're taking Shea over Luka. Respect. I respect.
Luka got his ass busted by Peyton Pritchard last year, nigga.
Chat saying after what Kyrie did last year, I'm definitely taking Luka. That's what they say.
I said my standpoint. I'll say it again.
Do you have an
Luka will not be. Luka's a force. Luka will never become MVP until he becomes a two-way player.
Is he your uncle?
No.
Is Nikola Jokic a two-way player?
No.
Yeah.
He's chicken.
Did you just say
I don't think. I say yeah.
Bro, cut it out, bro. He's 7 feet. He's 7 feet, but he's not a two-way player.
Sauce. He's not a fan of the Slovakian sauce, bro.
I feel like boards count, bro. If you can average a triple-double board-wise.
Triple-double. And what's the third triple? What's the third part of the triple-double? Rebound. Are you nuts?
Hey, Tay, I ain't gonna lie.
I don't care about none of that.
Hey, Tay, wait.
Nah. And that's what I said.
SGA got MVP.
Tay, let me tell you something.
He a fan.
Hey, everybody stop. Listen. Tay, let me tell you something right now. Hey, stop. Let me tell you something right now. Bro, listen. Tay, you got to fight back better, bro. Because even I put up a better fight. Hey, get back in the corner. Get your water. Go get your water. Hey, put whatever.
Yeah.
And come back in the ring. Because right now you're putting up no argument, bro. Come on, bro.
Jokic is not a two-way player, bro.
I'm just putting ball up in the sky, bro. I guess I just know a little more ball to y'all, and that's okay.
No, bro.
You're taking Kyrie. So you're taking Kyrie over Luka Doncic. Say it.
At this point, I'll take Kyrie over Luka Doncic.
You're taking a 35-year-old Kyrie Irving over Luka Doncic? He's a lunatic.
Of the ACL. No ACL.
Not gonna lie. At least I said prime for prime.
Bro, what?
Prime for prime. What? Okay,
no.
Prime for prime. I'm taking Kyrie still.
No, you're not.
I'm taking
Kyrie. Kyrie Irving never made it to the finals, according to what Brando said. You said Brando last week.
Brandon, elaborate. What
he said? Prime Kyrie is Celtics.
No, that was his peak. His prime. He primed in Cleveland and Boston, though.
I definitely say that was his peak.
He peaked in Boston. He primed in Cleveland, Boston, and Brooklyn.
Yeah.
So
he went to hell in Brooklyn after that Israelite situation.
Yeah, the ankle.
Yeah, and the ankle. Yeah, that too. Yeah. So Cleveland.
Prime for prime.
And he was only there.
Luka because he was playing. Hold on. D'Lo the Savage said, "Prime for prime, I'm taking Luka because he was playing defense at one point." When Luka playing defense?
At one point, we know Luka's going to give you. We know Luka can give you.
Have you ever had
12 and 9 a night, bro?
This was watching subbed and dubbed. He was watching subbed and dubbed. If you think Luka play defense, but Luka doesn't even have to. Luka can sit down on the hardwood.
Luka, we know Luka better than Kyrie. 40,
Luka did
12
Luka
and
did
9,
play defense
bro.
when he was
so
a pro.
why does the other man got to get 40 as well? Because he's gonna let him blow you by.
Luka can sit down on defense and still is better than Luka. I mean,
at one point in time, we gotta stop being
get close to your mic.
Shit
get close to your mic.
By
Get close to your mic.
Shit that niggas give us, bro.
Yo. So
James Harden, we were so used of James Harden giving us 50 damn near every night in Houston. We let that overshadow his career, knowing he didn't play defense. It was all ISO ball in Houston. D'Antoni never had a defensive scheme when he was with the Rockets, coaching the Rockets. I'm not falling down that rabbit hole with Luka. Luka in his prime at the beginning stages of now. We seen Luka give triple doubles, 30-point nights, 70, 60, 50. Seen it all, bro. When are you gonna?
We
We are gonna run the lot of defense.
We arguing two offensive players that are not known for their defense at all. We missing the whole point. We missing the whole point.
I'm bringing it back around. I'm bringing it back around.
I think
I'm bringing it back around. It's getting tiring. We keep getting mesmerized by these big games, these 50-point nights when we watch them lose the same game. He lost a couple of them big games. Devin Booker hit 71, got 70 that one year, and still lost that game. So that shit don't matter.
The game.
Put your hand up. When are you gonna put your hand up to Garfield team? The Lakers had a chance. The Lakers had a chance this year. Truth be told, if LA went further and we played them in the playoffs, that series can go to 7. The way I seen Denver take us to 7, Lakers could have took us to 7. And Luka would have been the prime reason. However,
no, I agree. I've said that in recent weeks. The fact that we have been, well, not we, but the NBA community has been mesmerized by these stat padding games and lost the essence for the sport at itself. You know what I'm saying? Score and don't let the other team score. So I do agree that Shea is entering a realm. You know what I'm saying, that we're gonna have to put some respect in. He's entering that top. I mean, he's only 26. This is kind of right where Giannis was, when he won his first ring. He has potential to run the league. He has potential because he's on average 30 for 3 years straight, and I don't see him slowing down, honestly.
Giannis added a fade to his bag too.
Yeah, so I think he's in a position to cement himself as a top 5 player in the league, ring or not. But let's talk about the finals. Let's get into the finals and predictions that we do have for the finals. You know what I'm saying? How do we see the series swaying? OKC, Indiana is the Indiana whatever they got pushing their team. Is that gonna work on the OKC, or is just the better team gonna win?
Best case scenario, Thunder in 5. Worst case scenario, Thunder in 6.
Oh my gosh!
Honestly, bro, I'm not really mad at that. Because, if you look at the roster, if you look at everything, it will say that. But these young players from Indiana, these ballers, they play basketball. They play the sport of basketball.
Yeah. They play I agree. They play the sport of basketball. I'm truth be told, I'll be real.
If we've seen them do everything. We've seen them keep a lead. We've seen them come back to get a lead. Them boys is battle tested.
Yeah.
Them boys is ready.
I agree.
And they're going to slow you down. I don't think they're going to turn the ball over like them other teams.
I did. Truth be told, I didn't realize how big a problem the Pacers were until I seen that first round against Milwaukee. Because I had Milwaukee beating the Pacers in the first round. And then I seen them play Milwaukee and how sluggish Milwaukee looked trying to keep up with that pace they run. And I had to respect it a lot more. The Pacers, they definitely earned their keep, especially against Cleveland. Hurt or not, Garland, losing Garland in them games definitely hurt him a lot. But having Donovan Mitchell benefited, and Evan Mobley playing the way he was at the time. But the Pacers outpaced them with that too.
And most important, they know how to win and letting their star player still get off and still find a way to win. So,
is he their star player? Because Pascal Siakam won Eastern Conference Finals MVP.
No. I'm saying the Pacers still know how to win, even with the opposite team star player getting off.
Oh,
yeah.
Did Haliburton get robbed? Did Haliburton get robbed on the Finals MVP for the Eastern Conference?
Hands down.
First,
when you got if you got the most memorable play and your numbers back it up, MVP. I don't care. It's the Eastern Conference Finals.
Haliburton had hella memorable plays the whole playoffs.
Okay.
He had a game.
He finna break up the.
He had a game where he scored 8 points though.
Did they win or lose that game?
How many assists he had?
They lost that game.
Yeah, he had 4. Didn't he have like 13 assists that game?
Exactly.
No,
Haliburton, when it comes to, I don't think with Haliburton, you're not gonna count his points as much as assists Damn, he only had 8 points. How many assists he had? That's gonna be the first question they're gonna ask for
He had
Haliburton, bro.
6. That was his worst game.
8.6.
Did they lose or win?
They lost.
MVP right there, bro.
Yeah,
that's MVP.
That's the most important person on the goddamn floor.
That is MVP.
Wow. But I mean, Pascal Siakam was more consistent throughout the playoffs, though.
I don't think that
He been here before.
To MVP though.
But but that literally, we see what they do though. We saw that last year when they gave Jaylen Brown the Finals MVP over Jason Tatum.
Yeah,
and Jaylen Brown had a more consistent Finals run, although Jason Tatum's averages was better.
Same thing with KD in the second ring.
Yeah,
actually, give me the Pacers because Pascal, how you say this nigga name?
Pascal Siakam.
Siakam. I seen a highlight of him. He hurt every star player, so obviously they gonna win because they gonna hurt the MVP. So they are good.
Boring.
I don't know how.
So Pacers got to rely on injury to win. So I mean, it don't sound too promising.
Yeah, I agree with the Thunder in 6, and the reason why I agree with Thunder in 6 is because I can see the Pacers stealing game 2 and winning game 3 when they get back. And I think after that, the Thunder finish the series 3 straight because the Pacers have a pace, ironically. They set the pace of every game. I have never seen another team enforce their pace on others. Fortunately for the Thunder run. They run in fast break. So it'd be back and forth, track meet, right? But I think Shea won't have the ability to get as many shots. He won't have the ability to make many shots in a half court set, which will cause other role players to have to get involved. And I don't see them hitting on all cylinders every game. But I think Shea's going to be the Finals MVP. Thunder is 6, and the conversation y'all are talking about having, I'm willing to have them as long as we have reason and wisdom, and not talking foolish like Kyrie's debatable between.
I mean, it could have been worse. I don't believe Steph. I don't believe he's higher than Steph. Nobody's higher than Steph as far as point guards.
That makes sense.
How's that worse?
That makes sense. Exactly. No, that's exactly that argument could be worse. Is my point. That'd be a terrible take. Is what I'm gonna do.
Brando, who you got winning this series?
Anyway, no. I'm not even trying to go that route. Okay, but I feel what you're saying, Preston. The Pacers set the pace for every game. That's why I was shocked the way they beat the Bucks, and that made them the number 2 pace team in the league. OKC's number 1, so we can, like you said, keep going blow for blow. But I disagree with the sense of, even though I don't agree Shea has to take the shots that you think he has to take it, fool. Shea can take 12 shots and stop, and the team still flow offensively. Because we'll play through Jalen Williams, we'll play through Chet. Hartenstein averaged double.
Hey, I'm gonna be honest. I know this is your team, but now you just dragging it. Hey, Brando.
How am I dragging? No, I'm being realistic.
No, and I'm being honest.
This is real spill, bro.
If Shea puts up only 12 shots, you will get beat in 5. Brando, what
Shea go 10 for 12 in them 12 shots, bro.
Brando, who you got winning?
Oh no, dang it. I think that I do think the Thunder is gonna win, bro. It's not ridiculous to say Thunder in 5. It's not ridiculous to say this is gonna be a short series. Thunder is clearly the better team. Bro, 68 wins on the season, and they play both ways. Their defensive pace is crazy. It's just the Pacers play like they're in a flow state where they play outside of what's on paper. Like they're like Eric said, they're just playing basketball. They hooping, they making plays, making moments at the right time. So the series could honestly go 7. Off of the strength of the way the Pacers have been closing out games, the way they have been able to lock in these moments where they need to. So, like, if the games are tight, Pacers have a chance. But OKC's just been a dominant team all year. And like I said, without a Jokic, a Luka, a Giannis, maybe an Embiid, you know what I'm saying? If you just got a regular star player, OKC is fine with that. But if you have like a superstar, that's when things get shaky for them. So I do think OKC is going to wrap this up very shortly. Shea Gill just gave the Pacers 45 this year. The team looks really good against the Pacers. They also didn't even have Chet, so I it's looking real on paper. It looks lopsided, but like I said, Pacers play outside of the outside the box score. But if Tyrese wins this ring, and
I gotta shake his hand on it. I shake his hand on it.
we're gonna have some other conversations.
There's some other conversations.
What we gonna do with Tyrese if he win? Like,
He's closer.
We can have some other conversations.
They didn't play nobody healthy, but he would be closer to having a top 10 ring than
top 10 ring.
I mean, just off of the strength, but healthy or not, off of the strength of the moments that he had throughout the playoffs, it's not ridiculous to say that. You know what I'm saying? What he did to Giannis in the Bucks with 2-3 games straight, what he did to New York in the first game, and then who did they play second?
Cleveland.
Oh yeah, Cleveland.
He
hit a shot on Cleveland too, though.
I agree with everything. I wouldn't get mad at that.
Memorable.
Chip. I wouldn't get mad at that chip compared to 2012 getting mad at Bron beating us the way they did.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
If y'all lose, let me tell you something right now. I'm getting frustrated with some of this fandom, bro. Let me tell you something.
This fan lore.
If the Thunder lose this series right here, the Thunder may never win another championship. Never win a championship. They may never win a championship ever. This is their best opportunity to win a championship. Because if you can't beat the Pacers,
I don't have no doubt.
You can't beat anybody going forward. Like you have no chance.
But
I don't have no doubt.
But let me say this last thing. Also, with this championship, if this viewership is one of the lowest finals we have ever seen, we would never see a game like this again.
We're gonna start rigging it.
So Adam Silver gonna start rigging it for real.
But that goes to like the next thing, which is like, so this is I feel like this is a very unique finals. We haven't seen a finals like this in a minute. As far as like, you know what I'm saying, we have one team led by a superstar, and you have another team led by, I guess, like
most
star and a half or something like that. But they're two well-rounded teams, you know what I'm saying? The super teams, it's been a minute since we had a super team in the finals. Since what, if we count the Celtics as a super team? I don't know. But the big three.
You count that Suns team?
What Suns team? No. Wait, Chris Paul and Devin Booker?
Oh, my bad.
No. But
I'm sitting here like, nah.
Like, once again, we have a fresh matchup in the finals. You know what I'm saying? No back-to-backs for 6, 7, 8 years straight. So the big three, are the big threes dead now? Like, you know what I'm saying? We haven't had a big three since the Warriors.
I think on pause. It's because the big three is dead right now because the prime big threes that we would put all names together, they're on the back end of their career. They're coming back.
I think this regular season, this playoff season, this postseason, put the nail in the coffin for big threes as far as like transitioning, like as far as generations transitioning. This season, the younger generation putting all the OGs out, kind of like a message. Like, this is like, y'all have been our idols all of our lives, but we really about this shit now. So it's our time. You know, y'all can cool it. Bron, you played 20 years. You were the greatest of all time. You can go home now and let me take over. Ant felt that way. And Ant was the first to put it on notice in my eyes. Haliburton also put it on notice too.
The thing about a notice is there's still time to reverse the verdict.
It is. It's still.
Anthony Edwards. I'm not sure. Never mind. Nope.
I think the super team thing is looking like it's dead, bro. I mean, you have, I think, I don't know how many big threes we had this year, but they weren't effective in the playoffs. Suns didn't even make the playoffs.
Go to
a big three. That wasn't a big three.
It wasn't a big three. Bradley Beal, Booker, and KD.
Has Bradley Beal ever been first team All NBA?
Fuck no.
So you gotta be first team All NBA to be a big three.
To be big,
that's the criteria.
That's just a three.
Has Bradley Beal ever been All NBA?
They became the big three the moment he went there. Everybody was.
Bradley Beal better than Clay. He peaked higher than Clay.
Are you nuts?
Bradley Beal peaked higher than Clay.
Are you nuts?
Bradley Beal peaked higher than Clay. What are we talking about?
I guess with the bad news Bears, that's like saying Kimba. That's like saying Kimba peaked higher than Clay because he played on. He dropped 60.
No, Kimba
he led the team. It was trash.
Anyways, any of y'all
seen Clay? We've seen Clay.
37 in one quarter.
That's one game. Bradley Beal's dropped 50.
Give me a memorable game from Bradley right now.
50. He dropped 50.
Go to Corey Brewer. Next question.
Any of y'all seen One Piece? Like any of y'all watch One Piece?
Nah, unfortunately,
it was a reference I was trying to make regarding the NBA, the league now. But for those who don't know about One Piece, it's this one arc where 2 years go by, it's a time skip, and all the pirates of old who still like running the seas, they pretty much getting targeted by the younger generation, and the younger generation of pirates just start popping out, going crazy, putting their faces up, like just going on notice, blow up in the world. Now they're making a name for themselves. It was like 10 of them. It's like 10 young generation pirates. They called them the worst generation. Anytime I was watching like the playoffs or just this season, how Ant handled the Warriors, how Cleveland, the way they play against a lot of teams, any team where a young guy is just taking over, I always reference like, damn, this is kind of like the worst generation putting themselves on notice, showing the OGs that they finna take over the seas. I feel like that's important in this day and age. It's always important in any era of basketball, off the strength of who we know historically and who we've seen historically as well. These days went from watching Bill Russell to Wilt with that 100-point game to Jokic averaging a triple-double on the season. You know what I'm saying? The games, the way the game changes, generations over time, the way you attack the ball, tough shots, what's a bad shot or not. This day and age, the mid-range, the 2 is always looked at as a bad shot. Analytically,
SGA gonna bring it back.
Exactly. Shea, even outside of Shea, I feel like it's a couple more guys that put 2s on the map. I think. Hell, before Shea, DeMar DeRozan had it in the bag for the last few years. Sean Livingston as well. Kevin Durant. I watched Kevin Durant win MVP off of it. I watched Shea get MVP off of it.
So if SGA wins a ring, does his MVP season surpasses KD's and Russ's?
No. Listen.
If he wins his chip, it does. Yeah.
No. Maybe.
Westbrook for sure. Because listen, Westbrook averaged the triple-double. I think Joe Ingles gave us 45 a night each damn game of that series. We play Utah. The next year, we got waxed by Houston, bro. Andre Roberson they hacked Andre Roberson to the line each game, and we were losing by free throws, bro.
History matters, bro.
Yeah, that's true. KD, the only thing that was stopping KD was that Spurs team that year.
2014.
That's true.
KD, like we went to the conference finals and played Popovich, old Tim Duncan, Tony Parker, and Monty. Boris Diaw, Thiago Splitter.
And that was Kawhi's breakout year.
And that was Kawhi's breakout year.
Tell me who you taking, Victor Oladipo or Jalen Williams?
Jalen Williams.
Who you taking, Victor Oladipo or Russell Westbrook in 2014? The next best player for Russell Westbrook was Victor Oladipo.
As far as who? As far as what?
30-point triple-double.
I mean,
we're talking about MVP seasons.
He's your next best basketball player.
He was the next best basketball player.
Oladipo?
Yes.
Who are you gonna say Steven Adams and make the case better for Russell?
You talking about? Wait.
You talking about the second option?
Because we saying the
like,
best.
Where did Oladipo come from? I'm sitting here like.
In 2017, Russell Westbrook took a team to the playoffs that had Victor Oladipo.
Oh yeah, Victor Oladipo. We had Carmelo Anthony. I think Inez Cantor that year.
And it's freedom.
Yeah, but we had terrible shooting. Terrence Ferguson couldn't shoot. Andre Roberson
reached a triple double, a 30-point triple double every night.
Oh, it didn't get. However, again, I'll apply that same thing to. Don't let me explain it. We didn't win those series. We didn't really win any series that playoff season. In that postseason, we lost to the Jazz. We lost to the Jazz the year before. We lost to the Rockets that year, I think. Well, Pat Bev was still there with James Harden and PJ Tucker and.
What year you talking about?
You said 2018?
2017.
2017. They got 1-4 by the Rockets.
1-4 by the Rockets, bro. Do you know how many shots we missed? Listen, bro, it was to a point where Westbrook was getting they were stat padding at that point. I don't really care about stat padding, but like grabbing 12, 15 rebounds each time just for somebody to build a house on the rim. We had no real shooter that year. Chris Paul was probably our best shooter.
That's
what
Chris Paul on the team.
I'm talking about 27. I'm not tripping. I'm tripping. I'm thinking all year. Oladipo.
The thing is, let me ask you this. SGA wins a ring.
Andre Roberson.
SGA wins a ring this year. Is he more legendary than Russell Westbrook and OKC?
No.
So how can you say SGA's MVP season is better than Russell Westbrook? How can we say that?
I mean, legacy-wise, no. I mean,
that's what greater means.
It's debatable now that you bring it up. Because Westbrook averaged a triple-double more than once. However, Shea has also carried the number one team more than once as well.
Mm-hmm.
And was young enough to do it.
But I think this is a better team.
I do think this is the much better team. I think out of all MVPs, this is the better team.
Are we looking at another OKC Big Three? Like, are y'all gonna re-sign Jalen Williams and not let him walk like James Harden, or is
James Harden asked for a trade?
Is Chet gonna be the KD he think he is? OD Trey Ball is 54 is crazy. OD hezzy pulls.
I think we keep both of them, honestly. I hear because I've been reading a lot on this second apron club apron. Oh, the apron gonna whoop y'all ass from this, that, and the third. I'm also chalking up with the fact that what if even when it's time to sign these guys to extensions, what if they not looking to make the most money? What if they would take a team friendly deal to stay with the team and do this shit again another season? Another couple. How do you know? But how do you know that?
It doesn't happen.
Listen, I'm coming up, and then on top of that, I guess I'm coming off the experience and kind of trauma behind having divas or superstar prima donnas on my team. I got the benefit from seeing 12 years ago, Kevin Durant, James Harden, and Westbrook on the team. And we seen where that carried us over the course of time. We ended up getting Paul George, another superstar. I thought Paul George was going to be the truth of Oklahoma. And then he won it out, and that's cool. Shea is probably, at this Shea era of Thunder basketball, is probably the most humblest, team-friendly, collaborative era of Thunder ball that I've seen in my life.
Yeah.
Because Chris Paul came, took us to the playoffs in the bubble, left after that. put Shea and Shea carried us on from that point. You know what I'm saying? So like, we're all in this together. Literally, bro. Like, I see us all paying them though, but like, I don't. Outside of Shea Supermax, I think everybody else will. I'll probably stay with the team. Aaron Wiggins will probably leave once his contract is up. We probably swap out some depth players, but I could tell you if it's anybody in that core that might leave. I mean, I don't see none of our starters leaving now. I think about it. I think Dort has proven that he could stay. Jalen Williams as well. Chet, I think Chet Chet's one more. He need one more summer with KD out in the offseason for me to say it's time for him to take that KD step. But we don't play through him enough.
He's never gonna make it.
Yeah, that's a crazy pull. I mean, but
we used to let KD take the ball down the court of his own just so he could run the ball his way. Yeah. We're not letting Chet do that.
Yeah. SGA is there. And like I said, SGA has a big share in that offense. So that's why I'm like, I don't know how much room that leaves for the other boys to grow. But Jalen Williams has a team option after this season. And he just made all NBA, so that means he's liable for a supermax. So I don't see nobody putting any money on the table. And y'all gonna have to figure that out. And Chet, if he stays healthy, that's gonna be another problem for y'all. And also we got let's see, Indiana. I guess Indiana got Tibbs fired, or Cat once again got Tibbs fired. Cat got Tibbs out of there in Minnesota, and now he's out of there in New York. Is this a rifle fire? I was talking about this earlier. Did they what are we doing, bro? With the whole head coach firing? You obviously got something lined up, or I don't know. Bro,
no. First off, let's not act like y'all used to winning. Y'all not used to getting to this point.
Y'all not used to getting this far.
So you fired the only coach that got you to this point since High Top Fades was the number one trend at the barbershop? No, that is absolutely, bro. That is why they'll probably never be good, bro. Because how do you fire a coach that has literally taken your team one step closer every year? Every year you gotten better. All you had to do was wait another year. You might have got to the finals.
I think the firing was due.
He's been there for what, 5 years?
He's gotten better.
Well, this stint, I think he was there. Was he not there earlier?
You saw about he went somewhere else.
He was just assistant coach. But yeah, as head coach, he's been there for 5 years. Like you said though, they've gotten further than they've been in a while.
Every time.
They beat the defending champs. I don't think this was a rightful firing in my opinion.
I think it was rightful only because, bro, that 40 minutes a game is not sustainable.
It's not.
You never seen a team not go 8 men into the bench and win a championship.
I can agree with that, but I think that's also why Jalen Brunson is so clutch as he is, because he gets his rhythm going. He doesn't sit down and cool off.
Yeah, but unlike what we said with Tyrese Haliburton, right? If he doesn't get 30 points, they still have a chance to win. If Jalen Brunson does not get 30 points, they do not have a chance to win.
No.
That is something that, yes, that's effective in the regular season because you can take nights off, right? You can, every game you don't play as hard. But in the playoffs, when it comes to best of 7, you're basically saying Jalen Brunson is going to have to get 30 points 4 times for y'all to have a chance. Because by the time you get to Eastern Conference Finals, you're burnt out. That's the reason the Patriots beat the Knicks, not because they were a better team.
Yeah.
It's because they were they went 9 men into the bench, 9-10 men in the bench, and they were running. They couldn't keep up. They were by the time Game 6 got around, Cat was dragging his feet.
Yeah.
I mean, dragging his feet. So it'd be different if and this has always been Tom Thibodeau.
Yeah, hands down. He got my nigga hurt. No, keep going.
Yeah, it'd be different because it'd be different if he just
got my nigga hurt, bro. You said it right, bro.
He come back next year, you know what I'm saying, try something different. But You know he's going to do the same thing next year, and wear and tear.
Yeah.
They were fortunate to not have injuries.
Yeah.
You can't say that they are going to have the same healthy starting five and McBride coming off the bench and Mitchell Robinson coming off the bench for the whole season, like the majority of the season, like they did this time. That might not happen next year. So I think it was rightful. I don't think it like.
I think this was the wrong time to do it.
It's the wrong time. Like it was kind of immediate, which is crazy. But like,
I do know a coach that would benefit that the Knicks would benefit from.
Mike Malone. Mike Malone. Of course.
Mike Malone gonna get his because I already liked how Mike Malone, barring the defensive woes, Mike Malone rotations with the Nuggets bench was pretty solid in my eyes.
But who was on the Knicks bench that we want to play?
Hey, Brandon, off in the lead, but let me say two things. First off, Tet's not gonna win Rookie of the Year. I forgot to tell you because I just seen Xavier Leggett on the Glorilla's album cover, and obviously he's gonna have a great year. Last thing, someone said open or close about the closet, and Brandon put close the doors. You don't want the closet people coming out this year. All right, I'm out of here. I'll let y'all.
Get him out.
Oh no!
Get him out of here. Y'all know my slogan. Get him the fuck out of here, man. I think Mike Malone. I think Mike Malone is going to be a hot name on the coaching block this year. Suns just got a new coach, so that means what? Budenholzer is on the market as well. Is it Budenholzer or is it Frank Vogel? I think it's Budenholzer. Frank Vogel. I think it's Budenholzer who's on the market alongside.
Yeah, he is because they fired him too, wasn't it?
Yeah. Or the Bucks got Doc Rivers. I don't know why they made their bed. Them too. But I do think it was. I mean, if you knew you was gonna go a different route, I mean, you might as well get him out of there right now so you can get in the vetting process of finding a new coach. I do think it. I mean, Thibodeau's philosophy is his philosophy, so you're gonna get what you're gonna get with that. I don't know, bro. I guess I don't know. I didn't think. Like I said, you just beat the defending champs. I think they deserved another chance. He deserved another chance to run it back. But like I said, who's on the Knicks bench that we want to play that didn't get to play? Cameron Payne?
Bro, Obi Toppin was putting in buckets.
Obi Toppin was putting in buckets for sure. And
yeah.
Wait,
so it wasn't even about skill for the Pacers anymore. It was about fresh bodies. That's literally what beat them. It wasn't like a skill like their bench is not deep. The Pacers is not loaded, bro. Like
yeah,
you have Tyrese Haliburton, Pascal Siakam, and Miles Turner on occasion. Outside of that, one of them tonight.
So with that logic, I got a question. So in this final series, who on the Pacers bench? Who on the Pacers bench would be the one to? Who you think could? If you gotta run your rotations, take a starter out, who's going to carry the team once he come off the bench, or at least contribute well enough?
TJ McConnell.
I would have said Benedict, but
Math. I like Math.
The reason why I say that is because TJ McConnell is not going to get guarded by Caruso or Lu Dort.
Yeah.
I don't see the Thunder circling like, yeah, we're gonna lock down TJ McConnell. Everybody else is getting strapped. I ain't gonna lie. And Thunder defense is smothering. So like,
yeah.
I didn't want to say Caruso and Case Wallace coming off the bench and definitely gonna give anybody.
I didn't want to name Benedict off of that strength alone, and then I don't expect TJ McConnell playing on the court with the whole bench. So like,
he's passing first.
McConnell coming off the bench is giving you a good 8 points.
8 points, 10 assists.
Not a game. But I'm saying like he can get to a rhythm and create a flow of offense where they got to make some adjustments and open up.
Yeah, he averaged 8 and 3 against New York, so it's not ridiculous to say that.
It's not ridiculous. No, I agree.
Benedict averaged 10 and 3 boards. So and Obi averaged 9 points. I think, but like you said, I think he had a surge. Oh, he averaged 11 during the season. But yeah, that's very fair to say that though, if you're looking at it that way, because like you said, Thunder defense is smothered, led the league in net rating this year. So I do think, like I said, with them not having unless Tyrese Haliburton's going for 30-point triple doubles every night, I don't think the series will be close. I think it will be pretty lopsided. And let's see, if they want to win it at home, it'll have to be Thunder in 5.
I think it's laid out for us the same way Minnesota series was. 2-0 at home. We can afford to lose a game in a way, but win the other game after that, and then win it all at home again. That's what it took to beat Minnesota. I'm not saying that's going to be the same thing, but I mean, I said Thunder in 6.
Worst case. That's very valid. But you heard it here. We call round on that, man. Sounds like the panel has OKC taking this finals home. Hopefully, let me see. The finals games gets 2 days in between, don't they? They supposed to be.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So the next game will be Sunday.
Jeez Louise.
That's a long. Yep, that is right. I ain't mad at it.
By next week, game 3 is on Wednesday. But for sure, yeah, we'll have that lined up for surely. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be. Hopefully, we get good basketball to close out the season. And we call round on that, man.
Round.